podcast.
Right, so let's continue today's talk show. Thursday, 28th of May, 2020. About 2 minutes before we reach the hours of 2 p.m. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Timeless DJ. You are listening to the biggest, baddest on top radio, broadcasting worldwide. So no matter where you reside, man, no matter where you're at, we're at. We need to take some more calls, though, man. We need to take some more calls. Hello, caller. Who am I speaking to, please?
Yo, Timeless, it's Ash the Pro.
Ash the Pro. How you doing this afternoon, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. I'm good.
Right, so why do police dislike black men and women so much, Ash?
Can I really go in, yeah?
Of course. Without any swearing, as you know.
Yeah, you know me. I articulate myself well
That's
still.
Right.
Alright, so London, listen to this, right? Now, big up Aisha. Aisha, I hope you're listening to me. Woman is God. I said this when I called in last time. Yeah, this is my enlightening. Woman is God. In particular, no matter what color people refer to as, or their nationality or their bloodline. However, in the female species, there is one woman that's God over all women. And that happens to be the so-called, what's today called, or categorized as, excuse the background noise, as the black woman. Right? Now, this is the thing. Wisdom and knowledge is passed down in blood. So when the baby's in the womb, depending on the mentality or the mind, the highly advanced ability of the mind of the mother, that's what's going to be put into the baby. That's the concept behind Mary and Jesus. Jesus came out all-knowing because of what his mother Mary put into him. Mm-hmm. You get me? So he could do the magnificent thing. He came out as a warrior because of what his mother put into him. So Aisha, what you need to do for your son is you need to enlighten yourself, and then what he will stand for will be based on what you've put into him from in the womb and what you teach him outside of the womb. Now watch this, Aisha, and this is going for all the other mothers too, and fathers. We need to come out of our ego. We're only here to support the women, because if the women ain't here, we don't exist. Everyone came through a mother. Tupac told you this in their mama, right? So pre what I'm saying now. I'm on my smartphone while I'm talking to you at the same time, yeah? And on Google, I've typed in slave definition. And I said this before when I last called in. I said we're ruled by two things: words and finance. And this is relative to what the first question you asked me, right? And this I'm going to show you. This is what I'm going to show you.
That's
about
the thing. I know how deep you are, so I know you're just breaking it
down.
But
I want everyone to catch my bullet points, because I'm not really trying to go to. I just want everyone to catch the bullet points. And this is stuff they can look for themselves, right? Just to go to show you how we're being bombarded with distractions, right? So the word slave, you type in slave definition, and this is what comes up, right? You scroll, you look at the entries, and you go to the bit where it says origin. So it's telling you how the word slave originated and what it originally meant, yeah? It says Middle English, shortening, Old French, esclave, equivalent to the medieval Latin sclava, feminine. Yeah, so sclava is feminine. Slanovic, captive. So slave comes from the original word Slav, which is the Slanovic people. They are the original slaves. Do you know who those people are, people? And Aisha, who the original slaves are? Today we call them Caucasians and whites and Europeans. Don't go by what I'm saying. We're using words now to communicate, right? And we're talking about common unity in the community. And the community is a nation, a village, and the village comes through the mother, right? Mm-hmm. So women, what are you putting into us? Because men are trash, but we come from women. Right, so I'm just going to let that one float for a second. Watch the next one I'm going to go with now, right? Now, everyone on Google, go on Google and go to images and type in Malcolm X, Negro, and scroll down to the picture, and there's a black and white picture of him teaching his own people what the word black, Negro, and necro meant. Yeah, they mean corpse, and they refer to us as chattel property. This is where your police come in and why they're killing us. Because they don't kill every so-called black person. They kill black people that have contracted or by legally contracted to be state property, which legally is known as a ward of the state. Meaning you walk in the court and the judge starts badding you up, it's because he's holding you in contempt of court, because he's an agent for who? The crown. And the crown is under the Vatican. So we're state property under the Vatican. But guess what they don't tell us about Germany? The original ancestors of Germany were Africans. The original Germans are Africans. That's what they know in their heritage. When you see white people and they think they hate you for your skin, It's not necessarily like that. It's what it says in the Bible. The war is about birthright. And birthright has to do with your nationality. What mother what umbilical cord was you cut from?
Yeah,
what motherland was you cut from?
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. With all this history, though, like, can black men and women build a better relationship with the police or with the higher authority?
Yeah, let me show you how. Let me show you how. So we talk about, like, I've heard black people talk about the Jews in North London and stuff like that. And you know what I rate the Jews for? They run up their mouth with law. Do you know how they know how to deal with law? They understand what words meant. Look what I just explained to you. So when black people are talking about slavery, you see the war records of our ancestors during the time of slavery. It doesn't match up. People that I only found out about maybe 3 or 4 years ago that Henry VIII had to set up charities to pay Africans. The same ones that they said that was in slavery at the same time. We wasn't in slavery. They rolled up on us while we was rolling up on them because they had to pay us annual tributes today that we call taxes. Marinate on that. I'm not chatting rubbish. They don't hide it. They just don't show you about it, and they don't teach your children this. Why? Why should they teach your children about how they used to be your slaves first? And this is why they do what they do to us, because they know that the time's up now.
It's a cycle.
This is the cycle.
Yeah. So, are you convinced then that the cycle is difficult to stop? How, is this?
I'm not convinced that it's difficult to stop. Do you know why it's not? Do you know why it's not a big task? Because we only want to go to where what triggers emotions. And like Mummy called in earlier and said about reparations, you said yourself here the word community is common unity. So that's a compound word. The word reparation is a compound word. It means repair a nation. The only man that can start a nation is a woman. She has the eggs. So mothers, what are you doing in your community now? Because your voice is more powerful than any man. We're designed to punch up the place. Woman is designed to cuss. Mummy cuss when daddy come home from work. Listen, did you listen to your mum? No. So you already know that, you know what I mean? Why you didn't listen to your mum for? Now everybody's scared of dad. Dad don't really talk too much. And we're not supposed to argue with our women. So man them, come out your ego. A man's telling you this. I've been to war with my baby mum and all of that already. She wins. You know why? 'Cause I love my child. If she never gave birth to my child, she could have died giving birth to my child. So fathers, allow the argument thing. The woman wins. But woman, when I say that, and I'm saying that to the man, now you need to go into yourself and know your own ego. Stop battering us down.
Yes, man.
Because when you ain't got no one to defend you now, when they're choking us in the street with their knee on our head and we're dying on camera because some people ain't got backbone, you know what I mean? Instead of put down the camera and go and box up you get me? The fake police officer, you get me? Yeah? Right, so this is how we got to unify, innit? We need to start educating ourselves about law and understand how to articulate ourselves.
Listen.
You get me? And lastly, this is what I wanted to say as well. I'm going to finish on this, right? Religion is a deep thing, but, I'm going to just, because I'm talking knowledge, right? I'm talking emotions or feelings or none of that, right? I want people to go on Google and go to images and type in Christian black codes of 1724, right? And it will show you how anybody that was categorized as black was basically Christian property, right? And that's the war between Islam and Christianity, which is a fake war, because in reality, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam is actually, it's like saying arm, leg, arm, head. They're of one body. They're just in different places, and they're all metaphors for the so-called black mother, because it all comes from her. Everyone has a brain to think, right? But who gave you your brain, people? Your mum, in her womb, in her belly. So, and then I finish on this as well, right? So, if we understand that the power in our communities are women, then women, you need to start realizing that you actually are the head of government. You know what I mean? And why the police are able to do what they're doing, because they're agents of the crown, who you actually register your babies to become state property. And I'll finish on that point. Excellent. Don't go by my words. Go
Do your research. Yes.
You got encyclopedias, you got libraries, you got smartphone, you got all of these things.
Accessible.
Make the youth them turn off the PlayStation, put down the Call of Duty.
Yes.
Go on the internet and use these sources while you still can. And the done part. Wanna have a blessed day, yeah. Timeless.
You too, King.
You already know, bruv.
Blessings, King.
100,
all right,
man.
Love. All right, you take care. Oh my goodness, that there conversation. I want to hear some more. 07944 226 992.